Hi you guys. If you are watching on YouTube, hi, welcome. I am so happy to see you guys. But if you are listening in on the podcast, I do want to give you guys a huge welcome back. I know we have been gone definitely for a while. We've been gone since May. I do want to apologize. Life has been lifing, but I just want to act as if no time has passed and we just get right back on schedule. If you guys are interested in what was going on, I probably will talk about my life later on, but that is definitely a separate video. But today we are chatting about self-sabotage. Some random night, like a few weeks ago, I couldn't go to sleep and I just came up with this amazing idea to chat with you guys about self-sabotage. So I wrote a very long script. So don't mind me if I am really looking through my phone a lot. I want to make sure that I am on task with what I'm supposed to be talking about. But today we are going to be talking about self-sabotage, one of the worst sabotages out there. I think I've said this before in a YouTube video where I was like, we can always figure out what people are doing to us, but to be able to pinpoint what we do to ourselves is definitely a little harder and definitely a little more destructive. Because if you are not your biggest supporter, how do you expect to get through anything that you have planned, any of your goals? You need to be your biggest supporter. So we are going to be chatting about how to be your biggest supporter and not self-sabotage. I have a lot of experience with self-sabotage. Surprisingly, a few months ago, I wouldn't think that I was a self-sabotager, but as I was doing more research on self-sabotage, I was like, wait a second, I kind of do some of those things, weirdly. So some examples of self-sabotage can be passing up on opportunities because you don't feel qualified enough, ignoring your intuition, allowing perfectionism to hold you back from achieving your goals, downplaying your needs, numbing your emotions using addictions, avoiding good relationships because of anxiety, binging, purging, restricting, or over-exercising, procrastinating, and people-pleasing. When I saw this, I was honestly shook because I have done every single last one of these things at least once in my life, and it was definitely an eye-opener because that's really disappointing, because I was at a point where I'm like, why aren't these things working out for me? Why aren't I here? I feel like I should be here. I feel like I should be accomplishing this and I should be accomplishing that. But when I look at this list and I see that I do everything on this list, or I've done those things, I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense why some things haven't happened yet. Like you're doing everything on this list, and it's honestly really scary. I'm gonna share the list on the screen somewhere if you are watching on YouTube. I mean, passing up on opportunities because you don't feel qualified enough. I mean, that's absolutely crazy because you never know what you could bring to the table. I mean, there are so many people that make their way into spaces that they probably shouldn't be qualified for, but get in there because they had the confidence enough to know that they deserve to be in there anyways and became qualified. Like, you miss so many opportunities thinking that you don't have the qualifications. Ignoring your intuition, that was something I definitely had a big thing with. I always would seek approval in a way, or seek some type of validation, or have to go through others to make sure that I was making the right choice. And I was like, oh my God, I think I should go through with this, but I needed to ask someone else. And that right there kind of just like, it takes all the energy out of the opportunity that you were just given. Like, if you feel as though something is meant for you, you should just go do it and deal with the consequences later. I mean, follow your intuition. Lately, I've definitely been following my intuition, and so much has changed for the better. Just going with your gut feeling. Not following your gut, that is sabotage at its finest, because your gut literally tells you everything that you need to know. And if you're not following and doing what you feel like you're supposed to be doing deep down, you are doing a disservice to yourself. perfectionism, like that, oh my God, that upsets me so much because I am a perfectionist and I don't do anything until it is perfect, but I've definitely gotten out of that habit. So yeah, this list is real. If you are doing any of these things, please listen to these tips that I'm about to give you so that you can be your biggest supporter and stop self-sabotaging yourself, because you have so much potential and you don't even know it because you're just doing all these things that are getting in the way of what you're meant to be doing. So my number one tip is positive affirmations. Telling yourself positive affirmations even if you don't believe them at first. No self-deprecating words. No, I'm stupid, I can't do that, or anything like that. Be delusional about yourself because you can't count on others to see you as the star and light that you are. That was definitely something that I had an issue with as a teenager because, like I said before, I would seek a lot of validation. For some reason, I needed others to tell me that I was doing a good job or that I was amazing or I did really good at that. I needed a medal. I needed some type of trophy from others to know deep down that I was good at what I was doing or just a great person or talented. But like majority of the time, people are not gonna tell you that. I mean, great people are gonna see other great people, but majority of the world does not show up for themselves. So how do you expect people to want to give you the energy that you need if they can't even give that to themselves? So the positive affirmations to yourself are very important. Tell yourself every single day that you are the star, you are beautiful, you are talented. Tell yourself all those things that you wish someone was telling you. I'm always like, I wish someone would tell me this. I wish someone would comment this under my video or say this about my editing style. And you just have to get to a point where you tell yourself that. Like when I watch through my videos, I hype myself up so much. I'm like, you look so cute right there. Like I rewatch, I'm serious. I rewatch clips of me that look really good. If I edited something really good, I'm gonna rewatch it over and over again, be like, oh my God, that was so aesthetically pleasing. Like you ate that up. Like you are an editing genius. Okay, like you are so talented for what you did there. Like you deserve this, you deserve that. Like I tell myself that. Okay, like I am very delusional. But who was to say that it is delusion? Who was to say that it's not real? You know, live in your own world, create your own rules. If you are the star, then you are the star. Like, tell yourself that, like, be delusional and give yourself all the self-love that you want. Tip number 2 is to have discipline when it comes to following through with your goals and plans. I heard somewhere, or I saw something somewhere, it was like, you don't trust yourself. Your intuition or like your soul or something in you doesn't even trust you because you don't follow through on the things that you say. And that was very eye-opening because I'm like, that's so true. Like if you tell yourself this but then don't follow through on it, it's like there's this type of imbalance within yourself of where you don't even trust the things that you say you'll do. I'm like, that's very interesting, because a lot of the times growing up, I would say I was gonna do this, didn't follow through with that. Just even seeing others say that they were gonna do this, didn't follow through with that. It's honestly like watching it is kind of something about it is very eerie to me. Watching people like say they're gonna do this and then can't follow through at all. I feel bad because that is something that really holds a lot of people back, and I don't even think they realize that they kind of get numb to kind of not keeping their own promises. And I think not being able to keep your own promises, again, is another huge disservice to yourself. It says here, it's hard to have love and trust for yourself when you can never keep a promise to yourself. Do what you said you were gonna do, even if you don't feel like it. If you said you were gonna get up and go to the gym, get up and go. Doesn't matter if it's for an hour or just 10 minutes. You need to show up. Doesn't it suck when someone close to you doesn't keep their promises? Like, wow, you don't care, or your priorities aren't aligned. Why can't you follow through? Now imagine how yourself feels when you also do the same. Like, I get pissed when someone doesn't follow through with their promises for me. I'm like, you don't care about me. But then I go and do that to myself. myself. So imagine if I react that way to someone else not keeping a promise. Imagine what my subconscious says to myself deep down. It's saying the same exact thing. So when you don't follow through with your promises, subconsciously you're upset with yourself for not doing what you said you wanted to. And I mean, time is going to go by and you're going to be at a point where you realize that nothing that was on your vision board, nothing that was on your goal list got completed. And you can't just move on and just continue to do that. You need to address the fact that, you know what, I haven't been following through on anything that was planned. I'm gonna start putting my goals first. Start putting everything that you promised yourself first. Seriously, I know people have a lot of priorities, but I'm serious about prioritizing yourself. You will feel so much better helping others if you've already helped yourself. That's how I got burnt out severely, went on severe monthly, yearly hiatuses because I burnt myself out from prioritizing school, doing homework before I even fed myself, before I even went to the gym like I promised, but I made sure I got up for an 8 a.m. class, but couldn't get up to make myself a balanced breakfast, things like that. You just slave yourself to other people's priorities, but don't do that for yourself. So follow through with the promises and the goals that you make for yourself if that's the last thing that you can do. You need to be dying trying to accomplish all of your own goals, okay? Tip number 3, when you have an idea and find yourself having doubtful thoughts, immediately counter them. For example, you're trying to lose weight and every time you think of going to the gym or eating healthy, you have thoughts like, losing weight never works for me. I'll never be in shape. It's going to be so hard for me to do it. Counter those thoughts with, I'm going to lose the weight this time. I'm going to be in shape and love my body. It's going to be so easy for me, because even if you do have to start all over again, at least this time it was fun and easy for you and not stressful and self-deprecating. If you're applying for your dream job and you're nervous about being qualified, tell yourself you'll do your very best, and if it's meant for you, it will be. You gain nothing from stating the worst possible thing that could happen. You gain nothing. Your brain already is aware of the possible outcomes of the situation. So you voicing the fact that this might not work out, it is very unnecessary. We all know the possibilities of this not working out, but you gain nothing from saying that. You only gain from being delusional, saying this is going to work out this time, and even if not, I'm still gonna have a great time trying at least. You gain everything from just having a positive mindset when it comes to trying things that may not work out. Don't doubt yourself at all. Always, always, always think that the best is gonna come. Of course, in the back of your head, we all know that sometimes things happen. Life's us sometimes, but life is gonna happen either way. Don't do life's job by doubting yourself or speaking the worst possible outcome into existence. That's not what you're meant to do on this earth. Life is gonna do its job. Life is going to bring whatever outcome. Don't do life's job. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So don't doubt yourself. Always tell yourself that it's gonna work out. And if it doesn't, then that's when you assess the situation. But besides that, everything works out for you, okay? I know if you guys are on TikTok, I know you guys have heard about the lucky girl syndrome. I'm so lucky. Yes, you are so lucky. I am so lucky. We all are so lucky. Okay, this is gonna be weird, but the chances of us being born, the sperm race, this is weird, but the sperm race, we were one out of how many little wormies trying to find the egg. We are all miracles. We are literally on this earth, this random ball in the middle of the universe somewhere. We are all miracles. We are all lucky. If you are here listening to this, you are lucky. You have made it this far. However, how old you are, that's how many years you have made it through life. We are all lucky, okay? This world is crazy. Just the circumstances of everything being here today, you are very lucky. Tip number 4, don't surround yourself with people who aren't even their own biggest supporter. Sharing your ideas with small-minded people will get you nowhere but uninspired. If you don't have anyone that will motivate you and support your ideas, then just learn to keep your goals and plans to yourself. This was hard for me because I at times really enjoyed sharing my ideas and getting validation, but when I would share, they would get intimidated, would put my idea down and give reasons to why it may not work. Keep your ideas from those people. Instead, journal and you will feel so much better. I am someone that loves to chat. I love talking, and honestly, I like black out when I get excited about something. Like I just chat and I don't even realize what I'm talking about. And sometimes I get excited and share my goals with whoever I'm chatting with, and I just remember just always being so disappointed when I would share my ideas with someone and they weren't as excited as I was about the idea, or they would bring up all the things that could go wrong. They would try and doubt me, like that might not work out, like let's be realistic. And I used to think that something was wrong with me. I used to think that I was too ambitious, I was unrealistic, I don't know, like I just thought too highly of myself or something. And I don't think I was the problem. I think the people I was sharing to was the problem. If you are someone's friend and they are sharing an idea with you that they are passionate about, and you bring up everything that could go wrong, you are the problem. If someone is bringing an idea to you, you need to be supportive. It's not your job as the friend to bring it down. Your job as the friend is to hype them up, okay? So if you are surrounded by people that are doubting your plans, that are giving you the evil eye, girl, like I'm telling you, I have told plans to people before, and weirdly enough, they could never go through because I swear they would put like some type of curse on my plans. Like, it's just so upsetting because these were people that were close to me. Of course, I definitely needed to reflect a little bit and see, why did I keep surrounding myself with people that wanted to give me the evil eye? So that was definitely my part. Okay, I'm gonna be real. That was my part. I had to realize, why was I surrounding myself with people like that? But also realize and learn how to pinpoint people that are bitter and scared of your potential. A lot of times people do that because they see something in you and they are scared of what you can become, and they're scared of you leaving them. That is something I had to realize. I was not the problem when it came to how I was sharing my ideas. We should be able to share our ideas with people and come out inspired and motivated. Like when I would share, I would come out like, oh, I regret saying that, I said too much, oh, like I shouldn't have did that, I should have been quiet. Like, you shouldn't feel like that after sharing with someone. If you want things to start to work out for you, stop sharing your ideas and your plans with small-minded people and surround yourself with like-minded people. And if you have no one to share your ideas with, then get you a journal and use that as your best friend, okay? I would rather write them down than share them with people and have them kind of taint the idea. Because if you're someone like me, you really just like to get really excited about having an idea and you want to just share it and you want to express it, but sometimes it's not the best to express it to others. So I definitely recommend investing in a journal. I love my journal. She is so cute. She hears all my ideas. My notes app gets all my ideas, okay? Everything is up there. I will write it down before I share it with anyone else. And I think that is something that all very ambitious, I'm gonna say big-headed, because I am big-headed, okay? And it's not bad. So we just have huge ideas and we're very ambitious. Tip number 5, show love and support to others. When you laugh at others that are trying, cringe at people who are putting themselves out there, and hating on people who are being authentic, you're doing all that right back to yourself. You're neglecting the part of you that wants to be vulnerable and try something new and different. When I see other creators trying to grow, I like their videos, follow and show love, because I would want that done for myself, right? With TikTok being such a huge platform right now, and the comment section being a really big part in why TikTok is so fun, I have noticed just so many people are so quick to throw hate out there, laugh at people for being cringy, make jokes. Just this whole thing of people being like, I blocked everyone, so now I can record my get ready with me's. Like, why? Like, I'm confused. Like, why do people people even care that you're doing a get ready with me? Everyone up here is just having fun. Like, why is anyone bullying or like clowning people? Like, that was a little corny, but we all trying to chase a bag. We're all trying to find like-minded people. We're all trying to make a name for ourselves in the world. We're all trying to just have fun on the internet. Like, you sound like a hater. You sound like a hater for judging people for putting themselves out there. And clearly you're going to be nowhere in life if you are always the first one to hate on someone for doing something different. You are going to get nowhere in life. I'm so serious. Hate is such a strong word, but I hate haters, okay? I'm a hater of haters. I hate haters. Like, why is your first reaction to everything to find something wrong? Like, you're miserable. Please, people, show love before you show hate. We are all human beings. Hating something in someone else is hating something in you. And I strongly believe that. I've seen too many examples of it, okay? Like, I was watching something. Oh, it was this documentary of the whole Capitol situation and the whole election situation and the build up to it. And it was this guy who was an enthusiast of exposing Biden and Clinton, the lady, and they were like, yeah, they're pedophiles, they eat children and yada yada yada. He was very enthusiastic about it. But then we found out that he was a pedophile himself. And it was like this weird projection thing where, I don't know, I was shocked. I'm like, are you serious? You're calling these people out for something when you do it? Like, that was crazy to me. And a lot of people do that. I mean, look at the comments on TikToks. Like, you'll see someone gain weight on TikTok and someone's so quick to be like, oh, they gain weight, or oh, they're so ugly. And then you'll go to their page. I'm not a hater. I don't talk down on nobody, but this is what's real. The main people that go and hate on someone for something, they have that themselves. It's ridiculous. Okay? Don't be that person. Show love, support people and their ideas, because wouldn't you want that support? It doesn't hurt to just show love, especially to people that you see that are actually trying. These people are actually trying. They're actually getting up off their butts and trying. Like, they probably were so scared to post a video. They probably were so scared to put themselves out there. Just show love. Be a supporter. And if you were a supporter to others, you are a supporter to yourself, and people will notice that energy and support you. And the final tip number 6, is let go of limiting beliefs. I used to waste time just thinking of all the ways I couldn't do what I imagined, or how things had to be this way or that way, when in actuality there are no rules. Do everything that you imagine yourself doing, because I'm someone that's multi-talented and would absolutely love to endeavor into so many different things. I used to tell myself things like, if you want to be a singer, you can't act like this, or you can't act and be a content creator, or you have to be mysterious. Like, no one said that. No one has made those rules concrete. Don't limit yourself. I would come up with so many excuses. It has to be done by 20. I have to get here by 21. I have to be mysterious. I can't talk about this, or I can't talk about that, or I'm gonna have to look like this by this time. Like, these are all made up rules. It's just the little things that we tell ourselves in the back of our head. A lot of these things are ideas that we've gotten from childhood. Like, limiting beliefs are the first thing that you need to get out the way if you really do want to succeed. I just noticed so many limiting beliefs, especially as someone with anxiety. I think a lot before I do. So as someone with limiting beliefs, the limiting beliefs would always get to me first before the action. I would think of this and I'm like, well, you aren't this, so you can't do that. Or people are only going to want to see this type of person do this. They aren't going to want to see someone like you do this. Or they're going to want this, you're gonna have to have this, but you can't afford this. And just a lot of excuses that, if you think about it, like, make no sense. Post a video, do whatever you were thinking, go for whoever you wanted, do this, do that, and you will see that, like, those limiting beliefs, they're just thoughts, like random thoughts that your brain has made up to just protect you. Okay, they're not real. Our brains are meant to protect us. They're going to think of ways to keep us safe, but as the human beings, you are supposed to test the limits. You can't live your whole life just staying safe and moving within the box. When I think of those limiting beliefs, I'm like, but what if this, what if that? But I'm like, what if I'm the first to do it this way? Like, imagine if everyone just did what the person before them did. Like, we wouldn't find anything new. We wouldn't create anything new. We would just all be the same. So do this to the limiting beliefs. I threw up the middle finger for you guys listening in on the podcast. I threw up the middle finger. Throw up the middle finger to limiting beliefs. Okay, they are not your friend. They want to keep you like everyone else, and you shouldn't want to be like everyone else. We are all so different in so many ways. Yes, we all may look like this person, act like this person, enjoy things like this person, but even then we are nothing like that person. We are ourselves, and we are the only ones that will know that. We are the only ones that know ourselves. So we need to be the main ones pushing ourselves outside of those boxes and letting the world know that there is a specific version of something that is you. Because I used to think like, well, there was already a black woman that did this, but was she me? No. Does she do things like me? No. And that right there should cancel out everything, okay? Just because someone else has done something this way or that way doesn't mean that you have to do it that way, or because it was already done. Like, you can always put your own spin on everything. You talk differently, your face looks different, your body is different, the things that you do are different, the way you carry yourself is very different. Every person is a whole new branch of possibilities, and we're doing a disservice to ourselves by not letting our own possibilities branch off and create new experiences and just new things. You know what I'm saying? Something that inspires me when it comes to limiting beliefs and being able to not believe in them so much is thinking that maybe I could be the first. I could be the first in history to do something. All of us have the potential to be the first at something. So if it's not something that's legal or illegal, girl, go for it, okay? And then I have this last quote to wrap it all up. It says, self-sabotage is knowing exactly what you need to do to improve, but not doing it. It's procrastinating, doing the very things that you know will make you happier. It's waiting till things are 100% perfect till you do them. But that, of course, never happens. It's remaining in the comfort zone because of the fear of failure or uneasiness of change. It's a mindset that you may be completely unaware of until you really think about it. So think about it. Are you a prisoner of your own thoughts? If you are, take responsibility and acknowledge you put yourself in that prison, but you know that you have the power to free yourself. Wow. I mean, seriously, like, that explained it all. These rules, these limiting beliefs, these things that we do are putting ourselves in a box. We're putting ourselves in our own prison. We are locking ourselves away for things that aren't even real, for excuses and ideas, for people that don't care, that don't see your potential, that are afraid of your potential. It's just so interesting to realize that many of us are the ones putting ourselves in these boxes and these prisons. It's very, very interesting, and I definitely think that it needs to be talked about more. We all need to do some type of self-reflection. I mean, this isn't going to be something that we all figure out overnight. This is going to be a journey of figuring out how you can be your biggest supporter. But if you start now, things are only going to get better from here. And I really want you guys to put yourself as number one on your priorities list. Give yourself self-care every day. Give yourself love every day. We only have one life to live, you guys. Please just have as much fun as possible. Go for everything that you want. Then I saw a TikTok too. It was like, you realize that how you spend every day is how you lived your life. Like, how you spent today, how you spend days is how you spend your life. So like, if you think, okay, yeah, I took a nap yesterday, I'm taking a nap today, and I didn't really plan to do much tomorrow, I'm gonna just go to work and rest because I'm so drained from work. Or someone invited me to a party, but I don't really think I should be there. I don't really think I'm fit for a party. And you do that kind of all the time, like always kind of saying no to things, always kind of just staying in your own bubble. That's gonna be how you lived your life. And that was an eye-opener to me. I was like, oh, I need to get my shit together, okay? I need to make my life a lot more interesting, okay? Because when I go, I need my story to be one hell of a one, okay? I need my story to be very interesting. I can't imagine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a mundane life, having mundane days. There are 365 days in a year, and then however many years, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are many days to live. It's okay to have a few mundane days, but to not have any spice, to not have any pizzazz in your life, to not have any YOLO moments, like, you're doing a disservice to yourself. That is the main motto of today. Don't do a disservice to yourself. But no, seriously, you guys, please listen to what I said here. Take it all in. Be your biggest supporter until the end of time. It doesn't matter who's supporting you now. Have it to where you know that deep down, the only support that you need is yourself. There are so many days where I'm just like, I wish someone could save me. I wish someone could come in and just fix everything for me. But the possibilities of that happening is kind of slim. Because I mean, like, there are just so many other things that people are doing in their lives. So you have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. If you are upset about how this is happening, how this is going, you have to be the one to say, okay, well, I'm going to change that. That's no longer how my life works out anymore. Things work out for me now because I make sure that they work out for me. You need to have that type of attitude towards everything. You are in control of everything. If you want love, give yourself love. If you want support, give yourself support. We can't live a life of always wishing and wanting that it was different. Like, go and have it in your own way. Go and do it in your own way. Oh, it's 333, period. Oh my God, I love that. 333. Okay, let's look up what 333 actually means since it decided to pop up. And then we will wrap up this episode. And this will be a little message to all of you guys. Okay, if you keep seeing the number 333, it means Angel want you to know you have power and energy. You will have confidence and growth. Everything in your life is good, and you are excited about the positivity around you. You are living your life with great joy. You have all the tools and means to live a happy, wealthy, and healthy life. You have an excellent support system. Your aspirations for self-growth is high, and you are taking steps to achieve it. You are living in a state of peace and harmony with yourself, loved ones, friends, neighbors, community members, or whoever else is a part of your sphere of influence. Okay, period. So clearly, by listening to this episode or watching this video, you guys are already one step closer to finding peace and achieving your goals and living the life that you want for yourself. So give yourself a round of applause, give yourself a hug, give yourself a kiss for prioritizing yourself and wanting more for yourself, because you deserve it, and I know deep down you know it. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you're on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. If you are listening on the podcast, go ahead and add us. We are back to regular schedule. I will continue with more episodes, so don't worry, I am here to stay. I'm so excited to talk about more with you guys. I have so many ideas that I want to chat with you guys about. And if you are on YouTube, this is the Listen and Feel podcast. I feel like I forgot to introduce us in the beginning. I was just so ready to get into the topic, but go ahead and check us out. We are on all platforms, Apple, Spotify, all of it. So don't hesitate to go check us out up there. It's really cute over there. Podcasts are so fun, especially if you don't really want to watch something, but you just want to listen. Definitely give podcasts a try, but I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I love you guys so much. Enjoy your day, and don't forget to put you first. Alrighty, bye. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I think that's about it.